today I'm going to give you a quick overview and just general product review of the Vava Baby Monitor. So the reason I'm doing this, we have had this thing for 4 years now. So I'm very, very confident in it and comfortable explaining the pros, cons, features, what we dislike, and what we like about it. So this is your, in the parents' room, handheld screen. What you have is your basic buttons. You got your zoom, you got your menus, you got a power button on top. You have an antenna. If you have a super large home and need a little extra range, we keep that down so it doesn't snap off. And then it's got a little stand on the back as well to prop it up on your nightstand. So the power cord as well. I don't have that handy right now, but it's your basic cord that all the phones are starting to switch over to, which is absolutely great. So this is your side of it, and I'll go into the features a little bit more here in a minute. And then here is what the camera looks like. So it's Vava, B-A-V-A. I think it's a nice, like, minimalistic look, and I don't know, kind of looks like a little tiny robot. This piece stays plugged in. To my knowledge, it is not chargeable, at least not that I'm aware of. So this piece is always plugged in, whereas your screen is like you plug it in to charge it, and then it can go about the house with you. So that's the product itself, what it looks like. And like I said, this thing sits up on a shelf. It looks brand new still. There's not a scratch on it because of where we have it. Perfectly great condition. Now, after a few years, the screen itself, I think, still looks pretty great. The buttons, the words on the buttons are actually starting to fade a little bit from use, but we overall try not to wear it out too much because we did want it to last a long time and get our money's worth out of this product. But it's still great. It works perfectly fine. When it comes to baby products in general, I want affordable products with a long life. Now, I will say baby monitors are not the cheapest item. So if I'm going to spend a little more, I do want it to have a long life. We are over 4 years of using this product. And I do also want to mention, we started off with the screen and the single camera. And then when we had our second child, we did purchase an additional camera. This is capable of going back and forth between the two cameras. So that is a feature about it that we like and enjoy. I would recommend, if you have a baby or you're going to have a second one anytime, I would always start off with 2 cameras. Unless you're okay with that first child no longer having a monitor in their room. But if you know you want to keep one in their room, I would get 2 cameras from day one, because you never know when a product is going to go out of stock or get discontinued, and maybe you can't find a compatible camera. So that would be one of my recommendations right off the top. A couple features, let's jump into them. So this does not have Wi-Fi. It's not Wi-Fi capable. It is truly just running from itself to itself. So for example, if I leave the house and have a babysitter watching our children, we're not using an app on our phone, or we're not checking in on our children in their bedroom. We cannot see our kids when we are away from the monitor itself. So no Wi-Fi. That's up to you if you want one with Wi-Fi or you do not. I know there's always concerns with baby monitors getting hacked. We decided not to go the Wi-Fi option. So that's what you would get with the Vava. As I mentioned earlier, you can do multiple cameras to the single screen. Now, some baby monitors have a split screen where you can see baby 1 and baby 2 at the same time. Ours does not have that. Either the full screen is baby 1 or it's baby 2, or you can put it where it's revolving between the 2 cameras. So it'll be camera 1, I don't know, maybe 8 seconds, give or take, maybe 5, maybe 10, and then it switches and it's camera 2. So you would be switching through looking at your children, but you can only look at one child at a time is what I'm getting at. It is not a split screen, at least not that I'm aware of. Now, the camera itself, some of its capabilities. You can zoom, you can swivel like side to side, but then you can also tilt up and down. So you can get a lot of angles on this camera. I really, really appreciate that. I definitely use the swivel and the like up down the most. I don't really feel the need to use a zoom and don't really enjoy that feature, but it's there if you want it. You can obviously adjust the sound. You can make it totally silent. You can, of course, turn the sound up. And then on the monitor itself, there's a glowing light. So say the sound wasn't waking you up, sometimes that light up will wake you up because you'll see that kind of going off. I think the image quality and sound quality is good. I'm very happy with it and haven't felt the need to switch over to any other monitor. We've been sticking with this one. One other feature that this monitor does have is the ability to talk to your child. You can talk through it if you so choose to. Not a feature we use very often, but we have on the rare occasion. It is your basic baby monitor. It's going to cover your needs. Like I said, I love the swivel and the just the ability to turn side to side and up and down. That gets you a really great view of the room, especially if you place the monitor in a corner. You're going to be able to see the whole room. Not at once, but if you move it around, you can definitely see a lot. I'm sure I missed one or two great features about this thing, but overall, those are what I use. I didn't want a monitor that was overly complicated because I just want to see my baby, check in on them, and know that they're okay. I don't need all the bells and whistles, and honestly, the baby monitor does have them. It does have a lot. Your main thing is you're not getting Wi-Fi connection. If that is important to you, this is not the right version or right model for you. And another very important thing is I wanted one with a long life, and I personally can attest that our specific baby monitor has lasted 4 years. We have not replaced any of the parts or pieces. We just added an additional second camera when baby number 2 came along, but camera number 1 is still working from 4 years ago. We do not treat it like a toy though. We do not let our children walk around with the parts and pieces. The monitor itself stays in our room, and the cameras are up high in their bedrooms where they are not toys and they're not played with. We just want to keep it good and long lasting. So we've gotten 4 years out of it, which makes the amount that was spent on it very well worth it. It was not a huge investment, but at the same time, it is an electronic and it is going to tend to cost a little bit more money. It's not the most affordable baby item. And it's also not 100% a necessity either. You can make do without a baby monitor. We wanted one, and that was our choice, and we have put it to very, very good use. Would I buy this monitor again if I had to do it all over? Absolutely, 100%. I would. So it is, again, the Vava Baby Monitor, VAVA. I, of course, will link the product in the description.